And I have never done anything like this before. So.
Oh, wow. Welcome. I'm honored.
So, yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of spiritual work before, but I've never done something like this before. So I really don't even know what to expect, which is totally fine. I don't need to know, but
right.
Well, I'm just happy to be here.
So, yeah, so that sort of talks a lot around what I do anyhow. But yeah. in a session, what generally happens, because it's always unique for the individual, is that spirit will want to just connect with you and to help shift the deeper stuff, to give you more clarity, more direction, more purpose, more peace. And
there's a lot of deep stuff in there, I think.
If you're a human being, there probably is.
Yes, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's when we roll with the session, it's really quite like there's nothing you need to do. So however you experience the session, it will be perfect. So sometimes people feel like nothing, and they might just feel a bit like irritated, like I can't drop. Is this a waste of time? Should I be doing this? And that's fine. It does happen occasionally. Sometimes people feel really, really peaceful, and like they start to feel like a connection to themselves, like their divinity, and which is great. But then sometimes what can happen with that is that it'll be beautiful, then we'll just drop away and just be like, oh, I'm just in my mind and I can't get back. And that's fine too. Like however you're experiencing the energy is just where it's clearing stuff or opening stuff. So sometimes if we're clearing a lot of, say, mental anxiety, subconscious anxiety, you won't necessarily drop. You'll just be like, you'll drop a bit and just stay there, and it's perfect. Sometimes you might feel really like very, very compressed and heavy. Other times you might feel very expanded or light or giddy, or maybe a little bit like even like a mild nausea or an old ache or pain in the body will like just come through, and then it should relax again. But it's always different. So sometimes it just might get stronger and stronger. It will just be whatever is most perfect for you. You're just experiencing the symptoms of the energy moving through you in the best way for you. So if your goal can be the honorable no goal, that's great.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah. And if you find you're really enjoying something and then it's sort of, and it's maybe it's a beautiful experience and then it changes, just remember like, oh, so there's nothing I need to do except be open to what I'm feeling. So if I'm not making it wrong, if I'm accepting it, then nothing's wrong.
Okay.
And the other thing is you can just use your breath. So if you feel something is uncomfortable, or even if it's, say you feel a lot of light and that's uncomfortable, you can just breathe. So you breathe, or just use your breath. Just soften your breath, breathe into your belly, and let the breath just carry you through the experience. Just focus on the breath.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. I've been doing the grounding meditation every day. So it's similar to that.
How are you finding that?
I think it's fascinating on many levels. I mean, like, it's fascinating to me my experience of gravity is typically to push away from it. You know, like, you know, when you're walking, you're pushing away from gravity, but then to allow it is just I don't know, it's just a unique experience that I've never done before, really. And then to pull the breath in, I don't know. I mean, in some ways it feels like it's like you're pulling your soul in to the like deeper levels that I've never done before.
What you're doing.
And so I love it. I really, really love it.
Amazing. Well, maybe we should begin with if you just close your eyes.
Sure.
And breathe through your body like you were scanning your body for an area of tension or an area that either felt a lot or felt nothing at all. Are you noticing anything?
Yeah, it's typical for me to experience tension in my neck and my shoulders. Is a common place for me to carry it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fine.
and
So
then,
just
yeah,
let's just stay with
I
that
also
for
just
now.
wanted to, I also wanted to tell you that like last October, I developed neuropathy and drop foot. Like
Mm-hmm.
one of my feet can't come up.
Yep.
Um, and no known cause at this point in time. So I'm definitely feeling those sensations too, like numbness and tingling. No pain, but especially my right foot.
Okay. Well, let's do both those separately. So, are you sitting on your sit bones, or you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Anshu ishache ashoshe haisho ashanshe osho ishaisho koku. First of all, your guides are telling you, I wanting to say to you that you work with your guides quite. They are able to work with you, so it's like you have a relationship with them where you get nudges or inspirations. They're able to reach you, and it's like they're kind of wanting to celebrate with you that on a conscious level for you to know that you have a refinement in your relationship with them, even if you're not aware of it, to the degree that they are, because they're working with you and you're receptive to their energy. Ushul and Shay, Shul, Shishul, Koko. And I just want to remind you that everything in your life is perfect and it's just bringing up opportunities for expansion and opportunities to expand through contraction or discomfort. Usham Deshandan Desh. Right now, if you breathe down into your belly, into your base, and just feel gravity. Dush and dash and dash and dush. And it's almost like letting the air become heavy enough so it squashes you. Ush and dush, dash, dush. Breathing down. Breathing like deeper and deeper into the sensation of gravity and weight. So finding wherever that gravity feels strong right now, just easy to notice where it's strong and then just breathe all the way into it. And let that sensation really absorb into your awareness and absorb into you. Absorb into your body. And shuro, shei hei ho shimomo. Just breathing in a little bit more softness, and fluidity, curiosity and playfulness. And then just really breathing deeply into the density and the pressure of the body. And breathing into the feeling of how ready you are to let go. She hoi hao, she heo hoi, she. Just feel that desire to really decide to be in your body. Feeling that like almost timeless, ancient familiarity with the truth that my body is the home of my power and where I belong. It's like the gateway to being here. Your soul really belongs here. Your soul, who you are, really belongs to be here in life, in your life, in your body. Can you feel all of the light and the spaciousness within inside your body?
Yeah.
And sure, shan shiro, sure, shi shiro, shuri, shiro, shiro. It's the spirit is wanting to remind you that the more that you're in your body, the lighter your body is. So it's this interesting little balance between, it's like the tension of pulling a rubber band. When you pull a rubber band, there's tension. It's like the tension of moving through the resistance of being in the body to then creating expansiveness and a sense of sanctuary and safety. Deo mo ho ma. And just really gently, just feeling a bit intuitively, just moving your shoulders very gently. Maybe opening your jaw, moving your head. Just gently moving your body. And pivoting your hips. Maybe moving your body in your spine, roll it backwards and forwards, and just feeling how your body wants to be. What feels good. It might not be what is technically classified as good posture. Sure, 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 sure. Can you feel how completely and totally serious you are at a very deep, deep level within your being? And the presence of your soul is fully committed to you in your life, creating resolution and happiness.
Yeah.
Just take a moment to breathe in just to how unlimited and vast the energy that you have within yourself to do that. Hey shu, hey hey oh ho. Han shan 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 hey yo. Day 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 shu. Do day 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 day. Just moving your head gently forward and your shoulders to get a sense of welcoming in more spaciousness into any areas of tightness. And just being really gentle and not pushing how you move your body, but just welcoming in softness. And just remembering how incredibly common it is for anyone on a path of self-discovery to have tension in the neck and the shoulders. It's really not personal. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong. Just a very normal aspect of growth. And just inviting yourself to breathe into your neck with a sense of gratitude that whatever's going on in your shoulders and your neck, whatever that is really truly serving you. It's an aspect of your growth, and it's reconnected to that full deep desire of your soul to be present in your life and to say yes to transformation. It's actually just an aspect of total beauty. It's a really beautiful thing. Eshuku shanane shu shu shi shuku. De 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 de. And Spirit is saying, of course, when we have something in our body that isn't fully comfortable, it's always showing us and inviting us to respond to that and adapt to it. It's an invitation. So it could be an invitation of your neck to breathe differently, or to learn a new breathing technique, or to learn a release technique and a stretch. Or it could be nutritional as well, like magnesium, allergies, nervous system, it can be connected to your adrenals. And also through all those things as well, in a deeper way than just responding to the body. It is always an invitation to love that part of yourself and to thank it. And breathe all of that all the way through your body, whatever you're feeling right now. Just breathe openness to breathing all the way through your body. Can you feel that tension building up?
I feel quite relaxed.
Cool. And can you breathe into like your body, and then breathing into your body, and then feeling like around your head? Feeling around the air around your head. Just breathing openness into yourself. Just imagining your mind as if you're breathing into it when you're breathing into your mind, to the space around your head and inside your head. Are you noticing anything around the energy around your head?
Yeah, yeah, I can feel that. One way I would describe it is like goosebumps almost on out of my head, outside of my head.
Shu shindai shindai shido shidi shidio. Ndi shidio shido shidio shidio shidio. Day shido shido shido. And so your spirit, your frequency around your energy field around your head, your mind is connected to the spine. So the spine, the neck, and the shoulders and torso, or the body really, is in a way it's like a barometer of the ease and flow, or the acceptance of tension. Either it's about being really flowing in your consciousness and flexible, or being able to flow and be flexible with parts of you that aren't. Maybe they're contracted or rigid. And so the neck and especially the neck and the spine, is really about often fluidity, being fluid with perspectives, viewpoints, behaviors, conditionings, changeability, being able to be wrong. If that's what the mind is playing the script. Well, I want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. It's like being able to readdress and re-see, reissue, recreate perspectives, creations, relationships, point of view. Shu and Shande Shidoshtu, and Shande Shandoshinde Shidosht, Day. Dido shindo shindadidido. Dididididididido. Dididididididido. Da 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 didididididididi. Da 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 dididididididi. Do 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 dididididididi. Dididididididi. How are you feeling now?
My neck is super relaxed. And my shoulders. I feel more tightness in my back. But I feel it's it's interesting because I feel like when I breathe into sensation, it goes away. Like and that just feels really good to me. Like it's really comforting, I guess.
Just notice, see if your body wants to move again. And so what I want to say to you now is to really breathe into your base. Excuse me. Breathe into your base and into your hips and your pelvis. Feel a little anchoring in the drawing down there. And I want to gently, with love, really call you forward. I want to say, stop, stop. Just stop not being here. Just be here now. Just come forward. I just want to call you forward to sit in your base, for your energy to land in your base, to be here now. Just come forward, be here, and just stand. Make a stand for yourself. Stand for yourself. Be in your life. Sit in your base. Just anchor down to that weight and breathe into your base. Just go into it. Just go in all the way. Just anchoring all the way down, just all the way into the sensation, the pressure, the gravity, all the way into the hips, all the way through. Shan shiro shiri shoko shandai shiri shiro shiro shiri jai. Dare di 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 do 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 di di sho. Di 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 hando shindi shado. Di 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 di. Heyo sho sho shi hanshe sho sho. Da 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 da. Hin shi 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 sho. Are you feeling really comfortable sitting there?
Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't mind changing positions. I mean, I've been pretty comfortable, but
Would you like to lie down?
yeah, I think I prefer that. My feet,
Yeah, great.
starting to feel that.
And show in shan dan 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 and diri shi do 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 do. So Spirit, we just wanted you to sit in that position so you could really emphasize the gravity down into your base and your hips.
Uh-huh.
But please get really nice and comfortable.
Okay. So it's okay if I lay down?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. Oops.
So how are you feeling now?
I I feel like I blank out sometimes. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'm like falling asleep or if I'm just like, I mean, I just feel like I disappear sometimes. I don't know what that means or what that is, but um I feel really good right now though. I mean, it's a weird, I don't know, it's a weird sensation that I feel. Are you asking about sensation or are you asking me
No, that
about
was a great answer. It's perfect. Ishansho ishidididididi. And if you just want to return like back to like really inviting in like fluidity and a little bit of like innocence, playfulness into your awareness, and sort of breathe all the way down through your body into being really connected to breathing into your body, feeling yourself, and also being really, really sort of bringing in like playfulness, curiosity. Sort of letting go.
it's okay if I laugh.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Hey. Feel free to express yourself. And breathing gently into your power. The affirmation is, I'm breathing all of my power right here, right now, into myself. I'm breathing all of my power into my life, into my body, into my hips. I am that I am. The weight of my soul in my body. I am that I am. The pressure and the gravity, my divine self source connection in my body. I am that I am myself, my soul, in my body, in the weight of my body. And sure and done de shiru, day. And sheo sho she sha sho sho. And shara here he. And shiri huru hu. Day. And just breathing into, it's really, really safe for me to be here. It's really, really safe for me to be myself. I'm really held by gravity. I'm really held by the air around me. I'm held in the safety of gravity, the safety of earth. I'm truly safe to be myself and feel who I really am and to be that, to create that, and to share it, to be me. Taking a nice deep breath into your belly, breathing down, breathing into just really feeling your intention and what's really real for you. What's really true in your natural honesty. How much do you really want to be here? Like, just not anything else apart from your soul. How much does your soul want to really be here on earth? And how much can you do that just by the simplicity of feeling your body and expressing yourself, speaking, moving, dancing? How are you feeling now? How's everything going with you?
Yeah, it was interesting to transition from sitting to laying down, because like it took me a while to feel the gravity. But after a little bit I could. And I felt like I had a harder time, like my mind would wander more too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but over time, I mean, it I I could go in. I could say, I guess you could say it that way. I could just go in, and I could feel it a lot more now. My body's really relaxed. Feel really safe.
Do you get a sense of feeling like lighter?
Feeling lighter. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's hard to measure sometimes, because I feeling the gravity at the same time. I mean, I'm like, I can feel contrast a lot, like um like sometimes I'll feel heat and sometimes cold and sometimes heaviness and sometimes lightness. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah, I know what that feels like. Did you have any questions about anything that's going on or that you are moving through?
I mean, like, and I feel like, I'm not sure buzzing is the right word, but you know, like right now I feel like a lot of I don't know, maybe I could call it electricity in my hands. Is that common or?
Yeah, you just got a lot of energy moving through. You might find you've got like, your hands might be really great at touch or creating, like some massage or art, or you might have energetically sensitive hands. It's normal to feel everything. It really is.
Okay.
So you could feel a few different things after the session. You could feel a bit tired, or you could feel really energized, or you might just feel really normal. And you might swing from, say, feeling really energized to being quite tired quite quickly, or the other way around. And you could feel really calm, or you could feel emotions. And it can move around quite rapidly, or it can stay really stable. And there's only really one thing that is like the best thing to focus on, which is just thank you. This is the perfect way that I'm integrating. So if I'm feeling tired, my body just needs a rest. Or if I'm feeling, say, you have a bit of a headache or an old ache or pain or something, it's just that area is just, it's just balancing and opening up, or it just needs to be moved and stretched as well, but really gently, not forcing. And if you do feel a bit tired and you really want to lie down, just go for a walk first, like move your body for a good 20 minutes. I got really tired yesterday, like so tired in the morning. So I went for a beautiful like 20-minute walk really briskly. I went for a good brisk walk, so moving my body. And that woke me up a bit, but as soon as I sat back down in the car, I just felt this such tiredness. So it was just a sign to have a rest. But sometimes when you're really tired after energy work, it's just because the energy needs to move through the body and it's getting a bit like rush hour traffic. So it's all slowing down and the movement gets all of the green lights working and all the traffic flowing, and then you can feel much more energized. So I quite often go for runs, I go for walks, and I'll have a little sprint every now and then to get my heart rate really thumping, because that really helps me feel a lot more energized and clear. Sometimes I do that between clients, because sometimes I have a lot of energy and I feel like just lying down, but I know that when I move, I'm going to feel better.
So it's I don't know what time it is exactly here, but it's like after 10 p.m. at night on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if I'm tired, should I just sleep? I'm assuming, or?
Yeah, you should definitely sleep tonight. But I mean, like over the next few days, you can have a lot of energy moving through. And so you might not feel anything at all. So there's no need to expect it. You might just feel normal, you might feel great, but you might feel a bit tired, or you might feel achy, or you might feel emotional. And the movement of the body really helps energy move through, and shaking the body too, like moving through your range of motion and say shaking your hands and your arms and wiggling your body around, that really helps. And just being really kind to yourself if any emotions come up, just say thank you, I love you, and just be really, really kind. You might feel great. Everyone's different. You had a really big release there towards the end. I don't know if you felt that, but the energy really came in really strongly. And I feel like you've had a past life where you were living in a society or a culture that had balance and it was in alignment with like love and honor, you know? And something happened that wasn't good. So what happened, that time frame was collapsed at the end and just left. And so there was a reignition of like, we don't need to have that as a informing our energy anymore. We can just let that go. So you might feel quite a bit lighter, or you might not after that. Everyone's different. You don't need to consciously feel it because everyone's got a different energetic awareness of themselves.
Yeah.
But you might just start to notice like you have more lightness or different ways of thinking about things, or especially in relation to that, about speaking your truth or really being on your path, or really exposing yourself and transparency and truth and your vulnerability. That might feel easy to do when you release something like that, because that's basically the energy of it's not safe to be in love and light. It's powerful, but it's scary or dangerous.
Interesting.
So that might start to come through. And another thing that can happen when you have a release like that is it's really helpful to ask the question, what's new right now? What's new about the situation? So when you go on a situation and your mind's going to tell you, oh, well, when I do this, this is what happens. So this is what I'm going to do, right? And that's just running off the old pattern. So you can say, is there anything new? What's new right now? And I don't need to do that right now. No, I don't need to do that emotion or that thought or that behavior. I want to do this instead. So it's a really great, powerful question to ask is, what's new, or what's new? What else is available to me right now? What else do I feel like doing right now? And just asking to see if anything's there.
Okay. Interesting.
Especially if you get a friction point with something to do with expressing yourself in, say, business or like a creation or a project, or with a friction point or tension point with your health or your body or your relationships. When you get to that friction point, just go, is there anything new here? And just feel it. And you might feel a little part of you going, well, I want to do this. And then you might feel another part of you going, I just want to do the old thing. And you're like, oh, I want to do the new thing. Oh, I want to do the old thing. And just see how you feel.
Okay.
And then it feels like, just do the new thing. Just do it.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, that's interesting because my father just passed away a week ago. Like last Monday. Yeah, last Monday. And there's been tons of internal shifts happening. And a part of it is this lightness around just who I am in the world and and being able to express myself. So it's just interesting that you're saying this. I haven't had like a lot of friction, but it's interesting because I haven't had friction in areas that I used to have friction, like with my family. I mean, my family's wonderful. But like, I don't really fit really well. And I used to be really challenged by that. And I like wasn't at all. In fact, I was like grateful of like, now I get to see who I am. And I get to experience that more fully. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not even sure I can explain it very well because it's all so new. So this coming at this time is really fascinating and could be really powerful for me.
Yeah, amazing timing. I'm sorry to hear about your dad. And
Thank you.
All the stuff, all of the intensity you must be going through. It's a great time to get a session.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way. And yeah, definitely a lot of changes. And I have noticed myself speaking up more and not that that's super hard for me, but in places, it definitely is hard in some places. And I've just noticed that I'm doing it a little bit more. So it feels, it's only in the last week. So I don't know what that means.
That's
We'll
great.
see.
And just noticing what's new and celebrating it is really important,
Yeah.
because most people spend their whole life, like probably your family and my family, noticing what's the same and what doesn't work and just repeating it.
Right, right.
So they're really aware of what doesn't work, and they're really aware that they just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And so when you're aware of something new, it's like, that's like just asking what's new and then going, wow, that's new. Wow, I did it. Woo! And like emphasizing that. It's like, it's just breaking out of that conditioning
Love
to really
it.
celebrate it and go, oh my goodness, that was amazing just then. That's really, because it's really important to celebrate it, because it's like a bank balance. And the more you
Yeah.
can acknowledge them and really emphasize them when they happen and create the emotional charge, then when you're looking to do something new in a situation that is old, you can go, oh, remember that time? Remember that time? Remember that time? And you can draw on that energy bank to shift you back over to the new behavior again. So celebrating
Okay.
it and going, wow, I did that, and how good is that? And just what values do I have? What is it showing me about my values? What is it showing me about my beliefs? And you go, oh, wow. And then you've logged it in. And so in the banking of the old and the new, you're making your new account richer. And so you can start shifting more and more of the old over into the new, because you can start applying the same values and beliefs to the other stuff, but especially the energetic charge, the feeling, because we work off feeling, not thoughts, right? So you just want to generate that feeling and generate it, and then use it.
That's awesome. I love that. And I never thought about that, celebrating the new. It's more, I've just noticed it, but I didn't really celebrate it. So that sounds, fantastic.
Amazing. Great. So it's so wonderful you won a session. It just feels so perfect.
My gosh, like this is, the timing's perfect. This is what I really wanted. I really, really wanted something like this. I'm so grateful that you've offered this. Yeah.
So happy. I'm so happy you got it. Yeah. It was really good. Yeah. And just please drink water for the next 2 or 3 days, plenty of water.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you do come across like a big emotional surge or anything, or you get something happening, like it doesn't feel good, you can message me and I can just let you know how to work with that. But if you just apply that, the basic principles are always the same. And you can also do the grounding technique. So whatever you're traveling through, if say something comes up, sit for a minute or two in the position that you're going to do your grounding meditation, or standing up.
Yep.
Right. And just get really clear, connected to it, feeling your body, feeling it in your body, and really connecting to your intention to really let this come into the grounding meditation. So let all of that sensation, if it's a physical or a mental or emotional, or an idea about how someone's treating you or not treating you, anything, or loss, just bring that in, feel it. You can spend minutes doing that, then press play on the meditation and just anchor all of that in, just like bring all of that sensation into your breath, into your body.
Okay.
Then you can keep going some minutes afterwards as well. Yeah.
So I'm curious, what are your thoughts about just emotional release, like allowing that to like release, especially like using noise and somatically letting it go?
Yeah, it's amazing. I do that.
Versus grounding. Like, when would I do one versus the other? Or
sometimes that's like, see, some people are really great at noising and making sound, and they get so good at it that it feels unnormal or unfamiliar or harder to do other things of releasing, right? And they might get more benefit from doing that, because that might be connected to a whole lot more different kind of energy that's stagnant. So they might get great at using one particular way. So I always say use as many as you can, and instead of doing what's easy, do what feels right. Because sometimes we do what's our intuition's like, well, that feels easy. It's easy for me to sound. Like I can sound pretty easily. Yeah. And so once I really learned that what I was doing with my sounding is it was a coping mechanism, because I was just avoiding feeling things and just clearing the top layer instead of diving in. And so I stopped sounding for about 6 months. I was like, that's it. I'm taking it out of my vocab. I'm not going to stop I was using light language and energy to clear stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to clear it. I'm just going to sit in it. I'm just going to sit in it and let it be there.
Okay.
So it really depends on how you feel. But I feel that breath and movement and sound is a really key way. And like tensing my body up and just letting all the tension, I really feel it. So sometimes I really feel what's in my body and have like a little energetic cry, or a little bleh.
Yeah.
And other times I just really anchor into my body.
Okay.
So it depends on how I feel. But the grounding technique, what's so good about it is that, I mean, there's no real hard and fast rules, but it's most of the time it's great to just do the process the way it is. So not articulating, not labeling. You can make a note of something or go, that's going to be great to journal, or that's going to be great to release later. And then just stay in that lane, because what it's doing is teaching your nervous system and your consciousness to just absorb it without needing to change it. So it's bringing forward a presence and a body connection. You can always break out and do a scream if you want to, or whatever, or beat your chest, or smash some pillows, or actually, this is too important, I need to journal this right now, and just go straight into journaling. But often when you do that, it's actually, because it's familiar to you, it feels easier to do than to actually just sit in the emotion or whatever, just be. So that's why I usually recommend, so 99 times out of 100, just do the grounding meditation the way it is. Don't articulate it. Don't get into it. You can make it clear. If you're having some great insights, you go, right, I'm going to come back to these insights later. But right now, I'm just going to do the process. Because that's opening up what's unfamiliar, and it's getting your nervous system and your frequency in the body, which is a different way of collapsing the trauma of the past. It's you're teaching yourself trust in your presence and your awareness. It's like quite multi-layered. It's bringing a whole lot of other things online, and then you can start applying that, and you can do them together. So you can really ground in your body, really feel your body, and then breathe into it, and then sound it out, because you're really anchoring into it, and keeping the body soft. So when we have a lot of energy and emotional tears running through our body, often it will tense up.
Yeah.
And if you can just relax the body, breathe into the body, and feel the energy and emotion, let it come out, it's just a lot more easy for the body. It doesn't stress the nervous system out. So you can have a big release, but you're not sore afterwards.
Okay.
Always trying to breathe as much softness and connection to the body, and a bit of, like being super connected to your intention and being a bit playful. I find those things, juggling them together, it's just like, it's easier. Yeah. Definitely somatic release is so good. So important to get it out.
Yeah. I like the idea of making it easier though.
Yeah. Well, we
it
can be soft.
Really intense.
We can be soft, and we can breathe into it, and we can breathe softness into it.
Yeah.
So the intensity we're connecting to is generally compressed, and it's opening or expanding or releasing. So something very compressed, it's opening. So when we can just be open and soft around it, it's like, I don't have to be tense with my tension. I can. Yeah. And so it's part of what we're doing in the grounding process, is we're teaching our body to be open. We're basically teaching our nervous system to open to a sensation without labeling it as wrong. And so let the intensity move through us. And then when we do the somatic release, or we're getting a massage or something, we can remain in the same space of like, I'm not labeling this. I'm just going to have the experience of it. And so I'm deprogramming my mind from making things right and wrong. And it's just an experience. And then the more of that you do, then you can start releasing a whole lot of layers around how you judge yourself for your behavior. And it's not right or wrong to judge yourself. And you just start, it's just an energy. It's a sensation. It's there for a reason. It's a coping mechanism, and all those other things. And so you just start to go, I can be softer. So
Oh, I love that. I can learn a lot from that for sure, by practicing that more. So thank you. That's amazing.
So welcome.
Yeah.
So let me know how you're going. So just so you know, when you do the work regularly with me, it's on a different level. So things happen differently. So what will happen, that spirit will start to work at a really core level. And it's like, it's more foundational. And people have different experiences when they work with me over time. I just tell you that for you. I don't know what's going on in your life, of what's right for you. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I just, so you know that. Yeah.
So when you say different experiences over time, what does that mean? Are they more like subtle and nuanced, or?
They can be like deeper shifts, and they can start having quite deeper experiences. They go deeper into sessions.
Okay.
And so they say, I don't know how to describe what just happened, or they start having like a virtual reality experiences sometimes, or just saying that was very profound. It was like such a deep hypnosis. I don't know what just happened. So it's like there's a different level of letting go that goes on. And that seems to be more when people have like a regular session. There's something that goes on at a certain point in time. There'll be a drop off, and there'll be like a deepening into that dropping off. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's generally when people get different results. Like I've found people get like permanent shifts or bigger shifts in their life. It's not often from one session. Sometimes people have great experiences of a session. They contact me later and say, that session I had all that time ago, I'm a different person. I'm more connected to my heart, or this and that. And that's great. But there's something that goes on with the deeper stuff. It's like we've got to get to the top stuff a little bit, and we've got to bring it up.
Sure.
And so there's a safety, there's the nervous system's open, the inner child's open, subconscious is open, then it can sort of come out.
Okay.
Because it's being held. It's being like held very tightly under the surface.
Yeah. And that is like, so like your monthly program gets to that, or is that?
That is the same thing. Yeah. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't do it right now, but it's a goal of mine to get to that point where I can.
Yeah, totally.
I would love to, so love to. Yeah.
I'd love to have you in, I'd love to work with you more, but it's obviously, I'm just letting you know for you, and what resonates for you is absolutely perfect for you. But if you do resonate and do come in, it'd be lovely, of course.
Yeah. It'd be amazing.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
great. So so lovely to see you and connect with you, and congratulations again. And thanks for coming on the masterclass and watching it 3 times and crying.
It was great. I loved it. And yes, thank you just so much for your time and for your gift to me. Beautiful gift for sure.
Yeah, my pleasure. Total pleasure.
Yeah.
Have a lovely time integrating and all the stuff you're traveling through with your dad. Sending you lots of love.
Thank you so much, Glyn. You take care.
You too. Okay.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.